The video hasn't even begun and I already want to kill myself. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hunter Avallone here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this. Lazy white people. And this girl is basically mad about racism, yet she is completely racist herself. So, let's begin. It's very cringeworthy, but yeah.
No, those out there with a melanin deficiency, it is not the job of black women to explain to you all in nauseam the ramifications of racism and white supremacy. We are not obligated to educate you on our oppression that we have to experience daily, that you benefit from on the daily.
Alright, now hold on here. I understand this is a very sensitive issue, so I'm being kind of cautious with this. But at one point in American history, slavery was around, and it was awful, and it was horrible, and to this day is still one of the worst things that happened in American history. And at that time, white people certainly did benefit off of the oppression of black people. However, it's important to remember that those white people that you call lazy also ended the slave trade, and many lost their lives in order to free the slaves as well. In this day and age, white people are not benefiting off of black people, and as far as I can see, our country is working very, very hard to end any form of racism whatsoever.
You are not entitled to our time. You are not entitled to our labor. You are not entitled to our kindness. You're not even entitled to a sliver of the sidewalk when we're walking outside.
Where are you getting this idea that everyone thinks they're entitled to something from you? No one said they're entitled to anything.
I just wanted to come and talk about how white people feel as if, you know, it's the job of black people, but black women in particular, to explain to them racism.
Wow, I'm learning so much about myself. You know, I didn't even know that I, as a white person, thought that way.
This is all sparked by a particular incident that happened on Tumblr.
Yeah, you're on Tumblr a lot, aren't you?
So anyway, I'm on Tumblr. I see I got a message. So yeah, I go in there and I see, hello sir / ma'am. Is white privilege a thing? If so, elaborate.
Alright, well, it sounded like they asked a perfectly reasonable question, and if that's really all they said, it sounds like they were just trying to learn something new.
Was you demanding information from? First off, I don't think you're in the right place, sweetheart.
The retard train has officially left the station. Alright, no one was demanding information from you. They were asking a perfectly reasonable question. And now I see the reason behind you making this entire little pathetic video. One white person asked you a question that for some reason you didn't like, and that now means that all white people are lazy or expect black women to teach them something. Not only is that just 100% and completely wrong, it's such a screwed up way at looking at the entire situation.
If you don't know what white privilege is, this is kind of like racism 101 type shit.
Well, since she won't bother to explain white privilege, I'll go ahead and explain it. The definition says that white privilege is a set of advantages that white people benefit from on a daily basis because of their skin color. But truthfully, white privilege is nothing more than a way of the regressive left to attempt to silence people. Privilege is based far more on socioeconomics than anything else. According to US Census Bureau, 41.5% of white people live in poverty. That's nearly double the amount of black people. In 2014, 19.7 million white Americans were in poverty, more than any other group of people. Suicide rates are also much lower for minorities according to census data. The suicide rate is currently rising for white Americans. White suicide has spiked over 40% in the last 10 years. So where's the privilege to help us out of suicide and save us from poverty? It's not there.
So if you don't even know what that is, like, you are very far behind. If you're a black woman, that's fine. I will teach you all day. This is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. But if you are anyone outside of the realm of a black woman, if you're not in that group specifically, girl, like, go to Google.
Yeah, you did hear that correctly. She teaches people, guys. That's what she does. But she only teaches black people. That is plain and simple discrimination. And it's discrimination based on race, so it's plain and simple racism as well. Try to imagine for just 1 second that a white person said, "I only teach white people." The world would have a frickin' conniption. Besides that, you make yourself look weak, invalid, and like you just can't answer the question. How is anyone gonna take you seriously when you refuse to teach the people you claim need to be educated?
Google is free, bitch. She is open 24/7. She is always busting out all the knowledge. She does not discriminate.
Yeah, Google doesn't discriminate, but you do.
So yeah, he comes in there demanding information, and I politely direct him to my PayPal, and I captioned it, "No free intellectual labor," or "You pay me," or something like that. Something along the lines of you paying me for the information that you expect me to give you.
Again, it doesn't sound like this person expected anything from you. They asked a question. If you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. But really, who the heck expects to get money for answering a question? That's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You say right here on your Tumblr that you host a web series on sex and race relations. So it really only makes sense that someone may approach you asking some questions. Oh, but I forgot. They aren't black, so screw them.
You know how you pay for services, you pay for products? I mean, shit, you pay for education.
Listen, sweetheart, you aren't a teacher. You may like to believe you are, but honestly, you're just not smart. You're not educating anyone on your YouTube channel or on your Tumblr blogging about white tears. Even real qualified teachers usually give out some information if someone asks without directing them to their PayPal account.
So I don't even understand why you expect me, a stranger, to answer all of your questions just because you asked them. Oh wait, I know why. You're white. Duh.
Yep, you totally got it. It's all because they're white that they took the time to consider you somewhat smart and ask a question. I mean, it probably had nothing to do with them maybe reading your bio and, oh, I don't know, maybe wanting to join the conversation. By the way, you should really include that white people have to pay a privilege tax first. Secondly, why are you even offended that someone asked you a question? I mean, I would understand if someone said like, oh, she's black, she wouldn't know anything, but it's literally the complete opposite of that. Sure, you have every right to deny the question, but the fact that they asked you means that they consider you somewhat knowledgeable. That should be an honor, not an offense.
So yeah, basically when I screen captured that or whatever and I put it on Tumblr, girl, they just like ascended into my motherfucking mentions. I mean, just one after the other. Your cause is never going to get any attention if this is how you treat your allies. went all the way with that shit. Called that nigga ally and he don't even know what white privilege is.
And now you're getting mad when someone calls that guy an ally, only because he didn't know what white privilege was. You laugh at him for not knowing, yet you refuse to tell him when he asks. I have an honest question for you. Do you want equality, or do you want to just be superior? One of the first steps in ending a system of oppression is for everyone to see each other as an equal and as an ally and work together to make the world a better place for everyone. I honestly don't think you really want that. You just want to screw white people and scream racial discrimination on your pathetic, sad YouTube channel. Helpful little hint? It's time to stop focusing on someone's skin color and start focusing on their true character. It's time to start focusing on who they are as a person. White people, black people, they're all just that. People. Precious human lives that don't deserve to be treated poorly or stereotyped because of the color skin they were born with. You are not above white people. White people are not above you. We all deserve to be treated equally.
One, we don't need you guys. And if you feel as if we need you guys to get our point across, or if you feel that we need you guys if we have to abide by your rules and regulations on how we deliver that message, so basically you tone policing us, if you need all of that in order for you to believe that we're actually telling the truth, you ain't no ally.
Listen, you don't have to abide by anyone's rules, but when you make racist content, you're gonna receive backlash. And the people giving you backlash don't want to be your ally, at least not anymore. All you do is discriminate against white people even if they want to join your cause. All you're doing is chasing potential allies away. You don't need white people, but why is it a problem to have them on your side? Why is it a problem to see past someone's skin color and look at who they are as a person?
I care about and I work towards uplifting, empowering, and mobilizing black women. That's it. So if you fall outside of those realms, I don't know what to tell you. Actually, I know what to tell you. Fuck you, pay me.
How do you ever plan on making any changes in the world? What do you honestly expect to gain by only talking to black girls and trying to make white people pay you money if they ask you a question? Do you really think that's empowering black women? Try this. Try going 1 week without being a complete and total racist and watch how many people may actually see your side.
Girls, black girls, my black, beautiful black babies, charge these.
Okay, so don't act civilized and politely tell the people asking questions that you won't be answering questions right now. No, charge them and act insane! That makes you look really intelligent. Oh wait, no, it makes you look like a freaking moron.
I do a lot of motherfucking work and it is very mentally and emotionally taxing to do all of this work just for people to come and say, one, you're being too sensitive, or teach me more.
Well, if people are asking you to teach them more, you probably aren't putting that much work into what you claim to be. But who cares? This video was a complete and total joke. Entitled Racist Girl, you've been wrecked.